Hello and welcome back to the Foundations of Unity. This week we will be focusing on the power of affirmative prayer. During this session we will see how faith, denials, and affirmations lead to a positive, practical, and progressive prayer life. We can expand our spiritual awareness into a state of mindfulness. Being mindful is being in the now moment and aware of what you are feeling, expressing, and manifesting. The underlying foundation to affirmative prayer is the power of faith. Eric Butterworth, Emily Cady, and Charles Fillmore identify 3 levels of faith. 1. Blind faith is an instinctive trust in a higher power than ourselves. Blind faith does not understand spiritual law. Therefore, it is subject to discouragement and disappointment. Charles Fillmore also said there is a thinking faith. In the Revealing Word, he says the faith thinker does not compare, analyze, or draw conclusions from known premises. He or she does not take appearances into consideration. He or she does not rely on what is seen. The faith thinker allows room for a gap in thinking, so a new thought, a new idea, a new way of being is brought about. The third and highest level of faith is an understanding faith. This is a faith that functions from principle. It is based on knowledge of truth. An understanding faith understands and utilizes the law of mind action. An understanding faith, when coupled with the power of strength, provides a foundation for perseverance and can withstand the challenges of the ego. This slide provides definitions of faith. The most often cited is found in Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Paul is saying that faith is the ability to manifest into being that which we hope for. Charles Fillmore's definition of faith is, quote, the power of the mind linked with the power to change substance or energy, end of quote. Energy is always present and always moldable. Through faith, we can change energy and manifest our good. My definition of faith is we see what we believe. Most often, we believe what we see. This limits our creativity, our ability to heal emotionally and physically. When Charles Fillmore stopped seeing his leg as withered and useless, but instead as growing and healing, his leg healed. We must see what we believe. What is a denial? I have often wondered what Jesus meant when he said, quote, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me, end of quote. I was taught that we must sacrifice or deny ourselves of something in order to follow Jesus, based on this verse. Metaphysically, I have come to understand that Jesus understands that we all have issues, stuff, baggage that limits us. When we deny that any of our past or present thinking has power over us, we begin to release the baggage and allow ourselves to follow Jesus' teachings. We can take up our cross and deny it has any power over us and continue our spiritual journey. Don't let your baggage, the shadow side, limit your ability to grow spiritually. Instead, bring up any issue that limits you and deny it has any power over you, and you are ready to follow Jesus. We are then able to create affirmations that will replace any wound, any suffering, or negative thinking. An affirmation is a statement of truth. For example, Christ in me is my hope of glory. Another, I affirm the power of God is flowing through every cell in my body, healing whatever needs to be healed in this now moment. Another, I am a child of absolute good. God is good. Therefore, I am good. And when I affirm this thought, only good things happen to and for me. This affirmation comes from Charles Fillmore's book on prosperity. You'll find it on page 60. Truth statements like the ones above reprogram our thinking and change us mentally, emotionally, and physically. There is healing power in denials and affirmations. This slide is an attempt to demonstrate how prayer works in our consciousness to change our world. Jesus said, and whatever things you ask in prayer, believing, you will receive. This means whatever we affirm in prayer, it will manifest your desires. So remember, when we receive what we ask for, be careful what you think, and don't worry, but be happy. When we ask in prayer, through the power of the I Am, we are tapping into divine expression. Spirit then sends an affirmative message to the subconscious. The conscious accepts this higher truth this affirmation as your truth. The conscious self accepts direction from the subconscious, and then you will know and manifest what you affirm. We change our life as we allow prayer to do its mighty work in us. This process of prayer will sometimes show immediate results. However, in most cases, it takes some time and effort. It took Myrtle Fillmore 6 months to heal. She was praying and meditating 8 hours to 10 hours a day. So remember, it doesn't always happen overnight. There is a word at the bottom of this slide, chemicalization. When we are releasing an old belief and replacing it with a new belief, the old belief, ego, will want to fight back. The ego never wants to give in since it will no longer have power over us. Emotional and sometimes physical challenges will manifest. Chemicalization is a natural reaction to especially strong beliefs that no longer serve us. I had a friend who felt God could not love her. She said she didn't feel worthy. As she denied that sense of unworthiness, she affirmed God loved her unconditionally. For several months, she worked on this new idea. She became physically ill with headaches, which she had not experienced in the past. She had a breakthrough. One morning in meditation, she experienced, for the first time, unconditional love flowing through her body and flooding her with light. She in that moment knew that God always loved her unconditionally. The experience was so overwhelming that she came by my office to share with me her experience. After experiencing God's love, interesting enough, the headaches disappeared. Affirmative prayer creates oneness, no sense of separation. This is truly a holy instant. We become conscious with the I am. We are mindful of the Christ within, aware consciously that we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience in the human condition. This mystical union of the Christ as our I am eliminates duality, and we see with a single eye that we are truly one with God. God bless, and I look forward to our collaborative experience on Thursday evening. Thank you.